Devil Hunter's Chainsaw Man chapter 145 titled Kumbaya has revealed the identity of the Justice Devil. Yoshida and Asa square off against one another. And happy birthday Tatsuki Fujimoto. He turns 31 today. And you know, it's also Naruto Uzumaki's birthday today.
Believe it.
Happy birthday, Naruto. And it was my birthday this past Saturday. Happy birthday to me. Look at the birthday cake my sister made me, this adorable pochita cake. I got my One Piece planner for 2024 and look at these cool sticky notes. Hopefully you can see it. It's no surprise because I've said this numerous times, but I want to make this my full-time job and career one day. And you guys watching, supporting, liking, commenting, thank you guys so much from the bottom of my heart. Now, anyway, let's go ahead and address the biggest elephant in the room. Where is Reze? Reze didn't show up. Many people hypothesize with Denji being left with Fumiko Barum that those two were going to square off and Denji and Fumiko were going to have some trouble, and it wasn't until the arrival of Reze would come and save the day, and that's how we would get the reveal. But that didn't happen. And to make things even more interesting, when Fumiko talks to Barum in this chapter saying, hey, why don't you join public safety, because we have bow and katana with us, the crossbow hybrid, Quanchi and katana being samurai sword, she didn't say anything about bombs. So where is Reze? If she's not in public safety and she's not a part of the Chainsaw Man Church, where could she possibly be? Now, some people might also think,
DJ Mouse, she's just not gonna show up in part 2.
why would Fujimoto literally include 6 out of the 7 hybrids and leave out arguably the most popular one? So will I think Reze will make an appearance? Yes. Is it anytime soon? Maybe, maybe not.
Believe it.
But let's go ahead and address now what happened in chapter 145, because we see public safety make quick work of the Chainsaw Man Church in the various locations within Japan itself. And the one guy in charge, we don't get his name in this chapter, but he does announce that they might as well capture the poster boy or girl, in this case, Asa Mitaka. This is actually the first chapter in many chapters for me where they look like they're competent and they know what they're doing, because they have not been doing a good job throughout most of this part. Now, I did mention Barum earlier, and what surprised me is that they revealed that Barum was actually second in command of the church, which raises an interesting question. Was he being manipulated by Fami this entire time, or did he join the church of his own free volition alongside with Whip, Spear, and even Swordman? Because if they joined without Fami manipulating any of them, keep in mind, they are the weapons devils, some of the most powerful devils within the entire verse. I find it hard to believe after battling Pochita back in part 1, when Kichibe and Denji drove off with Makima, public safety just let the weapons do whatever they wanted to do. Granted, Katana Man and Quanchi are working for public safety, so that means the remaining 4 just joined the church willy-nilly and public safety just let them do it? Hopefully we'll get some more answers to that later on, but it is an interesting observation that Barum was actually second in command of the entire church if we have Fami at the top alongside with the mysterious figure that touched Haruka. But Barum seems to willingly just give up and not put up a fight as he gets apprehended by public safety, and we'll discuss what Barum is singing towards the second half of this review. But now let's go ahead and transition over to a biopsy being done by seemingly some people within public safety, and they say this devil, which was the blob devil that the falling devil obliterated, which was the big caterpillar worm devil that we saw the falling devil try to serve the Asa and Denji, is being identified as the Justice Devil. And one of the people talking asked if this is actually the Fairness or Equality Devil with the guy with the face mask. He just says no, its name is Justice, I stake my life on it. Now, can this be an unreliable narrator? Sure, but I think Fujimoto is just indirectly implying, no, listen to this guy. This big blob monster, which was gonna transform into a butterfly and do whatever else afterward, was in fact way off.
I can't believe it!
This devil was in fact the Justice Devil. Now, an interesting design for sure to be the Justice Devil as opposed to like the Gluttonous Devil or the Caterpillar Devil, etc. But now that raises so many interesting things here. As the guy with the face mask says, even after this devil's death, the Chainsaw Man Church followers could use the powers attributed to the Justice Devil. Is that correct? With the other guy in public safety saying, yeah, that's what they claim anyway, with them ending their conversation by saying, if that's the case, it's looking like the devil they made contracts with was never the Justice Devil. Now, this really reconceptualizes a lot of what I thought Chainsaw Man Part 2 was in regards to justice, freedom, the nuances of religion being viewed in this arc. And don't get it twisted, that could still very well be the overarching themes of Chainsaw Man Part 2 as a whole. But if this blob was the Justice Devil, and the guy who Katana Man decapitated in chapter 144 claimed to make a deal with the Justice Devil, but it wasn't, then who is the devil? Keep in mind the guy claiming to be the fake Chainsaw Man when he was on TV saying, hey, I'm Chainsaw Man and I made a deal with the Justice Devil. Why are they using the Justice Devil as a poster face of the Chainsaw Man Church? Now, one good interesting idea could be, well, to manipulate children to join the Chainsaw Man Church. What better deal is there with the devil to be contracted with than the Justice Devil, right? You put religion and justice aside, they go hand in hand. Now you also got to think about the school president and Yuko. Looks similar in design. If Yuko and the school president didn't make a contract with the Justice Devil, and we know Fami basically has been running this whole Chainsaw Man Church, was Fami scoping out Denji and Asa's high school to get Yoru to form a contract with Asa in the first place for some unknown reasons. There's so many things we can dive in and get creative with, which I'm sure we'll go crazy in the live discussion later on today. Now, let's go ahead and move over to Asa and Yoru, because even Asa is surprised that the Chainsaw Man Church was doing bad things all along. I mean, she knew deep down from the beginning what she was getting herself into, but unfortunately for her, she was lied to, and now someone is knocking at the door that says, War Devil, get on the ground with your hands behind your head. And I do like what Asa says here with Yoru, where it's like, look, I made a contingency plan where if things were gonna go south, I'm just gonna claim this entire room into a weapon. And as she's in the middle of trying to turn room 606 into a weapon, the door barges in, we see a big octopus, we see a big sword slash, and it's none other than Yoshida, who decapitates Asa's arm off. And in between those panels is now Barum singing Kumbaya, my lord, Kumbaya. Now, for people who don't know who Kumbaya is, because I saw Twitter go crazy saying, who's Kumbaya? Who's that person? Guys, it's a song. Kumbaya, my lord is a religious / spiritual song talking about God arising, Lord, whatever. They're just religious implications with the song, meaning that Barum is just singing the song, wanting for his God to appear. Now, option one could be his God and savior is Chainsaw Man, because, you know, he talked to Denji saying, hey man, because you got to remember, Fami, and I'm sure she told Barum, who was second in command of the Chainsaw Man Church, their motive was to get Denji to transform into Chainsaw Man so that they can bring about the Black Chainsaw Man for Yoru to battle, and she can claim her nuclear weapons devil back in her arsenal, etc. So it could be that. But then the second option could be, well, is Kumbaya, my lord, just singing to bring back the King of Terror? But that also wouldn't make sense, because we know Fami's trying to prevent the King of Terror from destroying humanity entirely. Option 3 of Kumbaya, my lord, I don't know who it could be, but the thing that makes it so suspicious is that at the very end of the chapter, when you see Yoshida decapitate Asa's arm off, his mouth is open, implying that he's singing the same song alongside with Barum. But we see Yoshida wear the public safety attire. So if this wasn't adding more nuances to Yoshida's character and the secret organization he's working for, could Barum also be a part of this secret organization Yoshida is working for as well? But no matter how you spin it, Yoshida works for public safety. Yoshida doesn't want Denji to transform into Chainsaw Man. The church wanted Denji to transform back into Chainsaw Man. Barum and Yoshida are both singing Oh Lord Kumbaya, alluding to what? So if it's not Denji, and if it's not the King of Terror, then who else could it be? But guys, we're gonna go so crazy with this live discussion later on today, so if you want to check that out, you're gonna want to click on this video right here.